Good morning and welcome to the Morning Expresso by the Indian Express. My name is Rahil Philippos. Let's get you started with today's big story. 2 years into the military standoff along the line of actual control in Ladakh, Beijing made an unusual outreach with Chinese Foreign Minister Wang reaching New Delhi. Though there has been no official announcement of the visit in Beijing or New Delhi, sources said Wang is likely to meet External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and National Security Advisor Ajit Doval on Friday. Amid the West's sanctions on Russia triggered by the war in Ukraine, trade and industry are increasingly complaining about blockages in fund transfers and credit during routine transactions between Indian and Russian banks. India is considering alternatives like connecting to the financial messaging system of Bank of Russia or putting in place a rupee-ruble trade arrangement based on the exchange rate with a third currency. India abstained on a resolution pushed by Russia in the United Nations Security Council on the humanitarian crisis in Ukraine. The resolution was perceived to be critical of Ukraine. Hours later, Delhi again abstained on a UN General Assembly resolution condemning Russia. The move reflects Delhi's attempt to portray its neutrality. And now for our stories exclusive to the Indian Express. In Ukraine's Lviv, the Powder Tower, a 16th century relic, was reclaimed for war when Russia invaded the country, not by the army or the government, but by a group of feisty volunteers. Around 100 volunteers reach the building every day to make camouflage nets for the forces. And now for our stories from the front page. Filippo Osella, a renowned anthropologist and sociologist from the UK, was denied entry and deported to his country as he landed in Thiruvananthapuram. A specialist in Kerala society who has conducted extensive research in the state, he said that he was denied entry by Indian authorities without any explanation. An officer at the Foreigners Regional Registration Office said he was denied entry as per orders from higher officials. No reason can be revealed. And now let's move on to today's must-read stories. What sparked the wave of violence in West Bengal's Birbhum district? On the surface, the retaliatory killings were prompted by the murder of Bhadu Sheikh, the 38-year-old TMC deputy pradhan of Barsal Gram Panchayat and a resident of Bagtoi village. But a closer look shows that there is more to the story. It illustrates how deep the politics-crime nexus has entrenched itself in Bengal, allegedly on the patronage of the ruling Trinamool Congress. Across universities in Maharashtra, a strange new trend is being observed. Pass percentages have shot up during the pandemic when examinations were being held online. Teachers and officials are now questioning the integrity of online examinations. The Indian Express assessed exam data from 3 universities in the state. Some recorded as much as a 72% jump in pass percentages. And this trend is likely to be mirrored across the country as exams move online during the pandemic. Harish Damodran writes on how AAP can fix Punjab's farms. You can read his opinion on the indianexpress.com website. There are a startling number of vacancies in the IAS, Union Minister Jitendra Singh pointed out during Lok Sabha proceedings. At present, there are 5,231 IAS officers in the country, 1,515 fewer than the sanctioned strength. A total of 3,787 officers were direct recruits to the IAS, while 1,444 were promotees. How are the number of IAS officers decided and what is the reason for the large number of vacancies? We explain. And finally, stage by stage, like a man approaching the Vanas Pratham, MS Dhoni is renouncing his responsibilities. 7 years after he quit Test cricket, 2 years after he forsook the national colours forever, he stepped down as captain of CSK. Now, by strict definition, he remains a player, a wicketkeeper, a batsman. Only for the legion of his devout fans, he will remain forever their captain. And that's all for today's Morning Expresso. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe to the Indian Express's YouTube channel for the latest news updates.